Hello Libra, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your mini bonus reading focused on the masculine and the feminine. Let's go ahead and grab some messages to see what it is that you need to know right now. General reading as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from it as always what makes sense for you and release the rest. If you are interested in your own reading, that info is down below in the description box. And if you're interested in any of the decks that you do see here today, that link is down below in the description box as well. Just a special announcement before I get started. The Silhouettes deck as well as the Tarot Teacher deck that I'll be using during this reading, the version of it without the silver and gold edging is actually on sale on my deck shop website. So that's down below if that's something that you're interested in. And that's going to be available throughout the month of May. All right, guys. So just FYI on that. So let's begin, Libra, and see what the messages are this time. I'm going to pull from the Voices deck, Thoughts of Introspection from the Divine Masculine, and then for the feminine, the Real Talk with Her Words of Wisdom deck. All right, so let's begin. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. All right, so starting with my Voices deck here, let's grab a message for the masculine. I'm guided to this card. This is it. I've found the one for me. Look at that. Whether this masculine has ever expressed that to the feminine or not, that is where they're at in their thought processes, that they have found the one that they want in this lifetime. All right, Divine Feminine, where are you at on this journey? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. Divine Feminine, where are you at? I'm guided to this card. The forever kind of love you're hoping to find sometimes takes forever to find. And it's true, because you kind of have to go through perhaps relationships that you know are not meant to last. You have to experience perhaps painful breakups or people that you know just aren't good for you in order to get to the right one. So I kind of feel for the masculine and the feminine that maybe you have been on similar journeys where you've had relationships that you were in and it didn't work out for whatever reason. And that's because you guys were meant to experience those things in order to find your way towards each other. That's what I'm getting from that. So there's a potential here that this could be the one. This could be that forever, once in a lifetime kind of love. So let's grab some additional insight to see if it can actually be exactly that, a forever love. So here's that Silhouettes deck that I was talking about. So let's go ahead and grab some messages here, Libra. Angels and spirit guides, please. So adding some additional messages here. Let's take a look. Dance like no one is watching. Okay. So you guys might have enjoyed dancing. There could be music that you guys really love to listen to and just dancing together, spending time alone. This is also, I feel, and I'm feeling it more so for my feminines, that maybe you're on this path right now where you're just kind of doing your own thing, where you're not really focused so much on other people's opinions and putting in their 2 cents. You're just doing your own thing regardless of who's observing you. Maybe, you know, you've been receiving some feedback or opinions maybe on social media, friends and family about this connection, and you're just empowering yourself is what I'm getting from that. Some of you might also just need some downtime to be able to spend time on your own, being independent, being solo. Some of you could also be in hermit mode. So let's see what else. Dream house. It's not a home unless we're in it together. So there could have been a particular home that you guys were interested in, especially if you wanted to move in together, buy a house together, you know, however way that's coming through. Or if one of you had to move out, especially if you guys are at a distance and in separation from one another and you're not together. We could have a home here that's just four walls and it doesn't feel like a home. It's just a house, you know? Look at this. We've got loneliness coming through. I've seen these clouds before, but I don't ever recall them looking so sad. It must feel this emptiness in my heart and the storm falling down from my eyes. So they're feeling quite lonely without you. You could be feeling just as lonely without them, Libra, and feeling very lonely in your home and not being with your person. We have splash, this thing between you and I. Let's dive in and get wet. And isn't it interesting, the image from the loneliness card? You know, this is a person that's just kind of sitting there on the shore, and there's all this water right there. Some of you could live by the beach or the ocean. And then there's this reference to water and splashing. Some of you guys could even be focused on a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And earlier I did pick up off of some of you who might be in hermit mode, could be dealing with a Virgo also. Let's grab one more message here. Take this only if it makes sense, because it's a very particular message that's coming through here. This is bitterness. You know, it's like bitter grapes when someone else lives happily ever after with the one you love. Okay? So you guys parted ways, and maybe your person moved on to somebody else. They're in another relationship, which is why maybe you're living alone and feeling very lonely. And what makes it even worse for some of you is that, especially for this masculine, feeling like they have found the one, but they're watching their person live happily ever after with somebody else. So again, take that only if it makes sense, because that's not everybody's story here. So let's grab some tarot messages to see what else you need to know at this time. So they're feeling lonely without you, though. And the thing is, I feel you're just as lonely without them, which can be a little bit confusing because somebody might have already moved on to another relationship. Or, and take this only again if it makes sense, this person that you fell in love with could have already been taken. They could have already been in another relationship. So let's grab some tarot here from the tarot teacher. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. What else do we need to know for this mini bonus? So I'm getting here for some of you that you're not with the one you love. And for some of you, you can't be with the one you love because they're with somebody else. Look at this. We've got the Three of Cups, which can sometimes indicate a third-party situation. However, this can also be a really beautiful card because it's also celebrations and reunions. Two people who find their way back to each other and find happiness once again. Because this can be indicative of new love. So a new person that you connect with after having experienced past heartbreak, perhaps. And maybe through that new chapter, that's how you're able to find the one for you. But take that, if it makes sense, that's for the masculine that I'm feeling that. But there is a reunion that is reflected here. So weddings, engagements, celebrations. Some of you guys could be dealing with a fire sign here. Knight of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius there. And then, of course, we've got Cups again. So we've got more water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces again. So Knight of Wands, very adventurous. They're fearless. They're action-oriented. Very charming, flirtatious, impulsive. Knight of Wands is very impulsive. The thing, though, okay. The thing with the Knight of Wands is that this person could have been a player. They could have been the type that they just wanted to play and they weren't looking to commit. So I'm also getting for some of you that maybe they realized that there was actually love here after the fact, after they lost out on that connection. And here's the thing, okay? So we've got the King of Pentacles coming up next. I'm feeling for, especially the masculine here, that they've matured, they've grown, that maybe enough time has passed that they realize that they really messed up. And that they had the one all along. But, you know, going back to the feminine message here, the forever kind of love you're hoping to find sometimes takes forever. Maybe it took this masculine forever to realize this. But once they did realize it, here we are with that Three of Cups, a reunion. So it makes sense. And then we've got the Five of Swords. I can't speak today. Five of Swords. So that's your own air energy, Libra. It could have been you. And again, you know, take it if it is you. Because this is a card of conflicts and competition. So there's sneakiness going on here. And with that Knight of Wands, someone who's a player. So if you happen to be a masculine Libra, or you identify with the masculine energy of Libra, and if it was you that was sneaking around, you could have had a feminine that walked away from you. But after that distance and separation, you realized you were lonely, you missed them, you messed up, that you were actually in love with the feminine, you know, so it could have had its ramifications here. But look at this. We do have the Temperance card followed by the Emperor. So I really do feel for the masculines that they're taking charge of the situation. They want something solid with the feminine here, and they want this reconciliation. It's going to take time, though, to be able to restore the balance between the two of you. Temperance energy, Sagittarius for some of you guys, or Aries. So yeah, I feel that you guys are eventually going to find your way back together. There is a reunion here and a possible reconciliation. And what I love about the King of Pentacles is that the King of Pentacles is not a player. The King of Pentacles wants something permanent and lasting. So I really feel, Divine Feminines, if you relate to this, that your masculine has grown, that they've changed, they're a different person. They realize the error of their ways. So if they were a player before, I feel that's a thing of the past, and they definitely want to be committed in this connection. But I'm also still getting that some of you guys might not be available to entertain this person coming back. So there are definitely some challenges presenting itself here, but there are those of you who will be given the opportunity to reconnect and to have a reunion with somebody that you have lost touch with. Okay, so let's wrap it up here, guys, with some final messages from the Truth deck, Soulmate Edition by Pretty Spirit. So let's go ahead and see what else you need to know here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. So the masculine feeling like they have found the one, but that realization might have happened after the fact. After the feminine either walked away or there was a breakup, especially if there were third parties and love triangles and infidelities. Competition. It was more than just the two of you. There was someone else in the picture. Somebody could have been the chaser here. Again, I kind of feel that could be the... I was going to say the masculine, but I'm also feeling it could have been some of the feminines too. So whoever represents the chaser here. Look at this. Faithful. They can be trusted. The answer is yes. Look at these messages. Very attracted. And they might reach out via email. They might call or text you. Could also be you that reaches out. So again, player mode. Somebody was in that vibe. That's how they were. I feel they've grown, they've matured, they're a different person. They are coming forward with this faithful energy. You can trust them. The old version of who they were, you couldn't trust this person. But the answer is yes, you can trust them. Okay, the attraction certainly is still here. And it's just a matter of time before they reach out. Or again, it could be you, Libra, that decides to reach out. But there will be communication here. That's possible. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. Whatever part of it made sense for you, I hope it helps. And if you're interested in your own reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.